So I want to talk a little bit more about the child tax credit. And I've had some people ask me this question. Will this be extended? Are they going to extend this child tax credit beyond 2021? And as of right now, we don't know, but we do have some good indicators. And I'm going to talk a little bit about these indicators. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please hit the like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell notification. That way you'll get notified anytime we put out a video. Okay, so we're going to talk about the imposter real quick. Make sure if you see a comment in the comment section and it's me, there's a check next to my name. If there's no check next to my name, guess what? That's not me. That's spam. So please do not respond to that spam. Okay, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the child tax credit. Now, the first thing that we need to understand is this child tax credit, this is an extension of the child tax credit that was already out there. So we had a child tax credit prior to this. Okay, in the Trump administration, they had this $2,000 child tax credit. Okay, now that was much, it was much broader than what we're looking at now. This child tax credit, this extension, is much more narrow in scope. Okay, so the $2,000 child tax credit is still there, and they've added to that $2,000 child tax credit. Okay, so now they've added, and depending on how old your child is, they've added an extra $1,000 or an extra $1,600. So let's get that out of the way right now. We already had a child tax credit. So there are a lot of people saying, why are these people getting free money? This, that. Well, guess what? We had a child tax credit. And they're just extending this child tax credit. And they're allowing the monthly payments. That's the difference. Because without the monthly payments, we wouldn't even be talking about this right now. People would be talking about it next year when they file their 2021 taxes. But because of the monthly payments, that's what's getting everyone's attention. And that's the new way I think they're going to start doing things. They're going to allow this option. So we're talking, hopefully, the earned income tax credit for people single and working, allow them to get monthly payments as well. So let's dig into the child tax credit and talk a little bit more about it. So you must have earned income. Okay, so that's one thing. Now, the other thing that I think that we need to focus on is the child tax credit will provide about $423 per family. Okay, so that's just the average that they're working out. So that's pretty substantial. $423 per family can go a long way to buy groceries, to pay bills, electric bill, all that kind of stuff. $423, I think, can go a long way. So that's something that's really good. Now, you have to understand, too, that children are learning differently now. So some children are learning from home. They might need a computer. They might need a webcam, things like that. So not everyone is going to school every day like they used to. Now there's some different things that are out there, and you're going to need more money in order to allow children to learn from home, in a sense, at least for now. We don't know what's going to happen in the future, but this is one of those situations where I think this monthly payments for the child tax credit, I think it's really good. Another thing we need to talk about is 15 million families will receive this full credit. So this is going to help a lot of families, and that's just the full credit. Some families are going to receive a portion of the money. They're not going to receive the full amount, but at least 15 million will receive the full credit. So I think that's really good. Okay, so we know the Senate Democrats have reached a deal with the White House when it comes to the American Families Plan. And in this American Families Plan, they're talking about extending the child tax credit beyond 2021. And so this is good news, because if they do have something that will extend it, that means these monthly payments will keep flowing for the foreseeable future. We don't know how long. The target date was 2025, but I don't know if they're going to go into 2025. But at least we know that the talk is they want to extend it past the 6 months of monthly payments. Now, one thing that we have to talk about is cutting this off. Now, it's going to be hard for politicians to cut this off. Once people start receiving these monthly payments, now, and understand, this is a tax credit. Just like corporations get tax credits and other people get tax credits, that's all this is. So you can't look at it and say, well, this is just free money. No, this is a tax credit. Everyone wants tax credits and tax cuts. Everyone. No one likes paying taxes. And so if you have an opportunity to get a tax credit, you're going to jump on it, just like everyone else will. And so because they're advancing it to you early, it's going to be hard for a politician to say, you know what, I'm against it. We need to cut it off and not allow these monthly payments anymore. And especially next year, 2022, election year. You're not going to have many politicians that are going to come out and say, we need to do away with this child tax credit. These monthly payments, this is just too much. You're not going to hear that. Politicians, even if they're against it, they're not going to say much about it because they know that's a hot button issue and that could get them voted out of office. And so I want to close with this. We're looking at the child tax credit. We know that it's going to be hard for a politician to repeal this or to stop it. So is this the beginning of something new? Are we going to see this in other areas? And I posted a video talking about that, about Social Security, about the earned income tax credit for single workers. Is this the beginning of a new way of receiving tax credits? And so that's what we're going to have to follow. That's what we're going to have to really look at, because I think this is an opportunity here. The monthly payments is an opportunity for us to allow this to a larger group. And so I want to know what you guys think about that. So let me know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.